Hi guys, and before I start this review, I have a shout out to Sam Strain's channel, or Mr. Sam Strains. Not sure what difference it's going to make because he's one of the best on YouTube, but he's been there for me from the start. He's always willing to answer questions on or offline. So yeah, shout out to him. If you're not subscribed, please go and check his channel out. The link will be in the top corner here, or it will be in the description. It might not be your thing if you're into more how to build a model railway, then it's probably not your thing. But if you're into like what locos are out there and what you can do with certain stuff, he does request winning days, he does days out, I believe. So yeah, and if you're a big fan of Thomas as well, he's got quite a few Thomas locos. So yeah, please check out his channel, and I will get on with the video. Today we're going to be looking at the Merchant Navy class. Originally these were air smooth casing ones, but then it got removed. This one's a 2001. In my opinion, it's one of the best. Really got no reason why Hornby have re-released it and charging what I seen one at 160, 170. For that price, you can buy two of these and some coaches. But hey, it's not a random video. It's just me being me. Yeah, this video here will be extended history. So yeah, extended history. If you want to skip to the running session, there will be a time at the start with the content, or down here somewhere below the loco. So yeah, let's go on with the video. The model. The Merchant Navy class has been a subject of several models by different manufacturers, including Hornby, Graham Farish, Metrics. The first 00 model of a as-built locomotive produced by Hornby/Wren in 1962, followed by the modification versions. Hornby and Graham Farish currently produce a rebuilt version of the class in 00 and N gauge respectively. The Hornby model was introduced in the 2000 edition of the Hornby catalogue. As of December 2010, 15 members of the class have been produced. In March 2015, Hornby announced they are going to do a all-new build version of the class in 00 for their 16 range. The model has been postponed until 2017 range. So yeah guys, let's start at the front of the loco. All the separately applied stuff. You have a hook and a chain link down here where you can see that. There, you have a vacuum pipe, you have sprung buffers. I believe the smoke box dart is separately applied. You have a shed code, which I don't know it. You have the number, which is 35010. You have separately applied handrails. You have lamp irons. And the smoke deflectors are separately applied too. As we move on to this side of the loco, we have an electric warning sticker there. We have this lovely orange and southern green lining all the way through the running board or chassis. On the chest too, here in orange. We have the iconic southern wheels and very fine linkage. We have, which I believe here, there's a speed pipe there. We have a moulded reverser, which is not too good. We have separate pipe in there. Like I said, on the front we have handrails all the way through, and all the rest is moulded. The nameplate is separate applied, which is Blue Star. As we move on to the cab, we have moulded but painted separately, piping there. We have glazing in the cab windows there, and one not there. We have the rivets. There's quite a lot of rivets there, and we have the, I think it's 8P, so it's BR1. Rivets number, which is 35010, in a black and orange lining. And if you just look top here, just see them there. The safety valves are moulded. I don't know if I mentioned that. Whistles are all moulded. As we move on to the cab, you have the glazing here on the windows, and you have a separately applied handrail. And inside there's no detail. It's there, but it's just moulded, so it's not painted. And we have the old-fashioned hook mechanism for the power, which I like. As we move on to the tender, we have a lovely detailed end of the cab floor there. We have separate applied steps, you see there either side. We have another handrail, separately applied. We have glazing, and we have a custom coal load. This has a custom coal load. Yeah. As we move on to the side of the tender, we have the orange and black lining again with the, I believe is the lake crest. We have all moulded detail down the bottom, but it's pretty good. You see the springs and the axle boxes. Coal load. As we move on to the back of the tender, we have separate applied ladders, lamp irons, warning stickers which you can't really see, but they're there, and white patches there. Sprung buffers, chain link coupling again, water, a cap for the water, and it's in a nice southern green. The SR Merchant Navy class. The SR Merchant Navy class, originally known as the 21C1 class, was later known as the Bullet Pacifics, spam cams, and packets. It is a class of air smooth 462 Pacific steam locomotive designed by the Southern Railway by Olive Bullitt. The Pacific design was chosen in preference of several others disposed by Bullitt. The first member of the class were constructed during the Second World War, and the last of the 30 locomotives in 1949. Here is some information on the class. Power type steam, designer Olive Bullitt, builders is SR Eastleigh Works. They were designed between 1941 and 49. 30 of them were produced. The wheel configuration is a 462 Pacific. They are a standard gauge. All of them were coal. Cylinders is 3. They operated under the Southern Railway, the British Railway Southern Regions. The class is SR/BR Merchant Navy. The power classification is a SR is A, and the BR has them as 8P. There is 11 preserved, and the rest are scrapped at the 30th. Here is some information on the one I just looked at. The BR number is 53010. Its name is Blue Star. It's a Merchant Navy class designed by Bullitt, as we know. Built was unknown. Builders is Eastleigh Works. The 1948 shed code, 72A Salisbury, and last shed code is 71B Bournemouth. It was withdrawn on the 30th of the 9th, 1966, and the rest of the information is unknown. Here is some extra information on the Blue Star number 35010. Blue Star is a Merchant Navy class locomotive which was built by the Southern Railway at Eastleigh Works, entering traffic on the 31st of June 1942. Designed by the Southern Railway Chief Mechanical Engineer Oliver Bullard. The Merchant Navy classes were express passenger locomotives which originally had many features including chain drive valve gear and oil baths and a streamlined casing or air smooth. Blue Star was the first based at Salisbury to work the trains on the ex-London South Western Railway Waterloo to the West of England route. In 1942 it briefly returned to Eastleigh for a trial in an attempt to cure the problems of drifting smoke blocking the driver's view. The outcome of the experiment hood was fitted in the early 1943, and in March a separate smoke deflector was fitted. In 1950, Blue Star was transferred to Ninehelms Shed in London, from where it would have worked the Bournemouth line services in addition to those of the west of England. Blue Star was rebuilt during the winter of 1956-57, at which times many of the innovations features were removed. The locomotive was then transferred to Bournemouth. It also worked from Exmouth Junction to Weymouth Shed before being withdrawn from BL services with a damaged right-hand cylinder in September 1966. Having covered the final mileage figures of 1.241-99, Blue Star was sold for scrap at Woodham Brothers of Barry, where it arrived in March 1967, and it was purchased by the British Engineering Men Steam Preservation Society in January 1985 without a tender, and moved to a private site near the North Woolwich Old Station Museum. A snowplough covered tender from a schools class locomotive was purchased as a base for the missing tender. The locomotive was moved to Connolly Valley Railway in 1996, where it can be seen today waiting to be restored. So yeah guys, that's it on the track. Time for some slow speed running, and then you know the rest. Look at that. I can't get it any slower than that. And this is DC. No, I really can't get it any slower than that. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. This is what was on the tracks. We had the USA tank just there, which doesn't like that junction there for some reason. It keeps stalling on a whole lot. Obviously we had Navy, Blue Star. We had, let's start from the back, we had Sagemore, which is an N15 weathered. We have Winston Churchill, which is a Battle of Britain class with its air smooth casing. We have a wonderful C class there by Bachmann in its pre-grouping livery. And then I believe it's still in its pre-grouping livery. We have Whitechapel, which is a Terrier. So that was all of them on the board. Please check out Sam's channel, like I said before, if you're into like reviews and it's sometimes hard to make things. Requests, he does a lot of request videos. His Facebook page will be here now, and his Twitter is there as well. You can get in contact with him by that or YouTube. He's a really nice guy. I used to think he was a stick because we never saw him, but he's not. Want to forget that joke. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, which should be a running session, I believe. If not, I apologise. So yeah, bye.